Hey, what's going on, dolly friends? Callie Storm Doll here, and today we're jumping into the world of the Disney movie Peter Pan and Wendy dolls from Mattel. We're also looking at Tink. Shout out to YouLoveIt.com. They are a really good resource for upcoming doll releases, and they're really quick with the photos, and they really help me bring the footage to you guys, and we can do our reviews. Now, as good as this video, the current Peter Pan and Wendy dolls are not available worldwide. They are currently available on Amazon AU. So if you are in Australia, you can start placing your orders. Now, these first two we're looking at is the updated Peter and Wendy. We're going to do quick recaps and breakdowns of them because I really want to do a deep dive into the Tinkerbell. So let's look them over first. They're kind of like an appetizer to the main course. Yes! Now, looking at the new Peter, definitely inclusive. This is, as far as I can think, the first dark hair Peter I've seen. I could be wrong. Now, we have seen brown or dark blonde Peters. I think Robin Williams' hair was dark, but I think he's the first one who has black hair completely blacked out. I'm enjoying the top, the shoes, the few accessories they gave him. Looks like it's printed on plastic cap, plastic hair. You know, the face is decent. Let me see. Would his face card decline? Slightly and politely. I do like that he does have elbow articulation, wristlet, shoulder, probably something around the knees, the hips, if you will. Now, if we look over Miss Wendy, she's given, what is that movie called? Y'all remember that movie, The Nutcracker? And it was released not too long ago. She kind of reminds me of that girl. I don't know if the same company did the same dolls. What was that movie called? The Nutcracker and the Hidden Realms, something like that. And they had a ballerina doll. It was a girl who was supposed to be a swan or something like that. It was a black girl. She was the swan. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This girl looks just like that doll from that movie. But I do like this drapery she has on. I like the blue drapery. The necklace looks good. I like the white top and pants. I'm imagining that's her sleepwear. And she got on a pair of boots at the bottom. I ain't mad at it, Wendy. Okay, now this is a close-up look at the original Wen. And you can see she's full of grace. She has smiles. The hair is brown, lighter brown with darker brown mixed in. No earrings. She has on a necklace. Maybe she's holding on to a secret, but it looks like an acorn. Now, the jacket looks like it's... The jacket does have printed on details. I was about to say the jacket looks highly detailed, but it doesn't. I thought this was real rope. As you can see, the front part of this is just displayed like rope. Yeah, and this is, what's his name? Peter. This is up close look at Peter. Peter definitely gives me, you know, smirk in the face, you know, Peter and them Lost Boys, if you will. I wish his shirt wasn't all printed on details, but I understand why it is. Oh, and this is why they have them together. They're a 2-pack. Now, you guys can imagine, let me look at the real actors. You guys can imagine that they will have solo releases of these dolls as well. But this is definitely the 2-pack. Will I be picking this up? No. And a solo pack, well, you know what? If I wanted both of them in one chance, I actually would pick both of them up in one chance. Now, here is the main course, Tinkerbell Fairy Doll. Now, I had heard that Yara from Grownish was going to play Tinkerbell, but I hadn't done any research. So when she popped out, it was very new to me. The doll's face looked good. The wings look on point. The dress, yes, it is cheaply made, but it does have decent details. I love the trimming around it. I love the underlay underneath. I love that she has wrist, elbow, shoulder, articulation. She has the knee bend. I appreciate that. And this is just such a new take on the original Tink. Hey, Tink. I love the elf ears on the side. And they also made the likeness very similar to Yara. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because y'all know I don't know everything. But didn't we get a Yara Barbie before, but she did not look like this in the face? Correct me if I'm wrong, because I believe they made a Yara doll before, but I'm loving the translucent wings with the glitter inside of them. Yes, it just looks really good. Now, the thing about this dress, and I'm just going to have to break this down. The reason why I feel a type of way about this dress is because I can tell it's thin. If I grab 2 pieces of this edge of this dress and just pulled it up, like try to rip it. I'm sure I could rip it, which isn't good, but I do like the tooling and everything underneath. As far as likeness goes, I'm loving the articulation. She looks very beautiful. She looks like a woodland nymph, if that makes sense. I'm loving the new take that Disney is giving these original characters. Now, let's talk about it, because a lot of people said Disney is going black. Now, the thing is, I don't believe that Disney is going black. That would be a huge reach. But I do think Disney is focused on, they're focused on being inclusive. So where we have maybe characters who are kind of more ambiguous, because you have to take this into consideration, guys. Mermaids, fairies, they're mythical beings. You see what I'm saying? When I think about Tinkerbell, I think of the fairy, and I do think of the blonde, traditional Tinkerbell from the animation. You know, she had a shape, she was small. That's who I think about. I don't necessarily think about the animated Tinkerbell show that had Raven Simone in the morning. I don't necessarily think about that, but I know it's a group of people that do. Now that we have this one, this offers an opportunity for a whole nother genre to fall in love with this version of the original Tinkerbell. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I do think they're being a little bit more inclusive, and I ain't mad at it. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, she looks good. This is like a better shot at her wingspan, so you guys can see how large the wings are comparative to the doll. And it does look like the wings are clipped into her back. This is a better look at her ears. She does have the baby hairs, and you can see that her dress does Velcro on the back. This is her in box, and I definitely do want to snag her. If she's in the same realm as Ariel, about $16, $20, $20, and $24, I'm definitely going to holler back at the original team. Even in box, she looks really, really good. Like, I'm loving this green on her. I love that they did so many different types of greens. I'm just really in love with the face mold. Like, the face mold to me speaks volumes. This face mold looks good. It really speaks volumes. Now, I wish we could have got a picture of her on the side, but I understand marketing is marketing. Let me see if You Love It has any details on the actual release date. Nothing on the release date yet, but remember, always check back on her as a resource, or if I find out, I'll post it in the community tab. But as far as this, I am loving the doll. Now, let me give you guys my straight thoughts on it. Overall, I am happy that Tink got a whole new look. As far as the price point, I don't know the price point yet, but the look of it, I'm thinking like 16 to 24, somewhere between that. If it's above it, it's definitely a reach, and a high one. I think she looks good. Out of her and Ariel, that's tricky, and I may do a separate video on that, discussing both of them, just so we can get our thoughts out there. You know me, I'm very analytical when it comes to this channel, but you guys stay locked. I do think this is wonderful. I'm very excited for her. Let me know your thoughts on these new Peter Pan and Wendy dolls that are coming out. How do you feel about Disney kind of changing the games on a physical features or the looks of a lot of these mythical creatures? Because keep that in mind, guys. Mythical meaning that we don't really know what the original look of it was. You know what I'm saying? So by them being mythical means that they can look any way or be anyone. And I think Disney was very selective and smart by choosing these characters to kind of take a chance with. So stay locked to the channel, because I will be doing a deeper discussion on the Tinkerbell and the Ariel dolls, just sharing my brief thoughts on the brand as a whole, and if these are presented by Mattel. Yes, they are. Mattel has this license as well. Mattel is in that bag this year, y'all. You can't even hate on them. They in a bag. But we're going to talk about that, and you guys stay locked to the channel, because that video should be coming up next, right after this one. So remember this, guys. Do the best you can with what you got. Stay locked to the channel, because I do have more Dolly tea coming up. And I'll see you on the next one.